Hi.
Hi, Ram, can you hear me?
Yes. Hi, Rohan.
Hi, how are you?
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm so happy for your success, and I love the movie, and it's so great to talk to you. It's a real honor.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rohan. Thank you.
So I want to just get started. When you were signing on for the movie with Rajamouli, like what were the conversations like? What was his pitch to you? What interested you about Raju?
I mean, this narration, this idea came as a surprise to all of us. He called my co-star and me separately, not telling us why he's going to call and what he's going to talk. And it was a surprise to see my friend Tarak in the same room when I entered the room. And boom, he just said, "Hey guys, I think it's pretty obvious why I called both of you." And he said, "I want to do a movie and I'm thinking of both of you." So it was a beautiful shock. And we both were instantly ready to do the film and we were excited. And, and then, of course, we had the complete narration and it completely blew our minds. I think we know for sure he is going to think of something beyond our any audience's expectation. But every time he ups his game so beautifully, so high, and he challenges himself so well. I think I was so lucky to be part of RRR because it is one of his best writing ever till date.
Oh,
And I think
absolutely. Yeah, I agree. And your character is my favorite in the movie, and so like, what did you find? Did you find Raju relatable, or did you find like you had to go into a different place to play him?
I think I think I find a lot of similarities in Ram Raju and myself. Uh, the he is somebody and I am somebody. Why I say I relate myself is I'm not an introvert, but I do have a certain uh, introvertness in me, and I do keep few things with myself, like the character Raju Rama. Uh, he has bared all the emotions. He's not let it out for whatever goals and the reasons which you know when you see the film. So I think it was so easy to play that role. I found very close to my heart, very close to me, and it just flew like a beautiful river with no obstacles.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you have like you're doing a lot of different genres. You're doing action, drama,
Yeah.
romance, some brotherhood. And so like when you're playing this character who is also very complicated because he's working for the bad guys initially. So how did you sort of like reconcile that meant like when you're getting into his headspace, like he's kind of like he didn't have a choice. It's not like this is what he wants to do. So how did that all come together?
Yeah, funny that I just said I'm pretty close to the character Rama in real as
Hmm.
well, but no, I'm not that complicated. Uh, I don't think I can bottle up so many emotions like how the character has bottled up. But it's such an intense character. It's beautifully written. He's got this goal. He's got to maintain that stoicness, the poker face, and not let his emotions while he's harming his own people for the greater good, which he thinks. And then he meets this friend Akhtar, and he develops this beautiful bond, and how he has to uh, again for the larger goal, how he had to backstab him, and how he could not tell his best friend. You know, there's beautiful layers. The character arc goes up and down, but he takes his anger on the punching bag. It is beautifully written, and I think with the help of my director and everybody, my co-stars, it was so easy for us to get into the characters and the mood of the character arc to nail it perfectly. It was a collective effort of the whole team that each actor was doing their job so perfectly in their characters.
Yeah. So and then you have like I think like these two hero films are like they're so awesome, and then you and it's NTR who have these like fire and water in the movie. And so what is it like when you're getting the chance to work? Because this is a very difficult shoot. I think you guys shot for 3 years, so it's like what was it like getting your one of your really good friends that you're working opposite every day who's going through the same thing as you? Did that help you throughout the process?
Absolutely. Tarak is such a live wire. He's full of life. And when you do such intense films and you get into the role quite intensely, and sorry, can I do that again?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I know this has been a very intense journey for all of us. And having a co-star like Tarak on the set, it makes my job so easy because he is a live wire. He is the fun element on the set. He keeps everybody and the whole set so lighthearted. And definitely, there were certain sequences like the interval episode where we both are fighting like bulls, and that was shot over 2 years, over 2 seasons in 2020 and 2021. It was 65 nights we have filmed this one sequence with the animals and both of us tulping each other and cracking each other's heads. We started in the summer and then we went to the winter and we had a break in between, that is the COVID. And to maintain through all of this, all these months, the director has been constantly been in touch with us even during COVID, just to check on us if we were in shape, we were not indulging too much. It was tough because we had nothing to do in COVID. We could not indulge. We had to do that process as an actor. And you have my director, like a school principal or like a headmaster, checking on you if you were right in your shape every day, if you're going hitting the gym. It was good. It was taxing, but of course, you need a taskmaster like Mr. Rajamouli. And our job was easy when you have this whole team supporting each other.
And then you're working with Rajamouli, who is such a visionary director. And then, what is it like working under him? His direction? Is he demanding? Is he too visionary sometimes? Where it's like, how is that going to happen? And you see the final movie, and it's even better than you can imagine. So, what is it like working with him?
See, anything Mr. Rajmouli designs and directs, it looks so impossible. Like, how the hell did these guys shoot it? You know, that kind of a sense that the audience can get. But trust me, he makes it so beautiful and so easy for all of us to work because he would have done so much of homework and so much of rehearsals with his team, the action guys or the choreographers who choreograph the song or the workshops he conducts for the scenes to get the intensity and to get the right note in the expressions and everything. See, the process behind the pre-production is so well designed that actually on the sets we don't exert ourselves and work too hard. We know what he wants. We don't waste his time, and he knows that we are somebody who understands him so well.
Awesome. And so, like you have like one of the most mind blowing introduction scenes in the entire like I've seen in a long time. So, what was it like? How challenging was that to film? Where you're feeling with it? Like I think you said 5,000, 10,000 people are on set. How long
Yeah,
did that sort of take to rehearse and then to actually shoot?
see, I rehearsed for 15 days, and but the team rehearsed for over 3 months. And trust me, an episode like that where injuries are so easy. I mean, I would say it's purely an injury-prone episode. Anybody with so many people hounding each other on top of each other, anybody could have broken a leg, had grazes all over. But the rehearsals were done so meticulously. There was not a single scratch on any of us, not just me, all the stuntmen, all the 1,000 people around me, and all the other 5,000 people around them sometimes. So that shows how well planned they all were and how ready they were on the day of the shoot. And we filmed this over 30 days in hot summer and midsummer, and the dust used to rise up in the air right when he says cut, and nobody knew where I was in the whole crowd. The team didn't know, the assistant directors didn't know. So there was one guy right next to me given a white flag, had to rise it and wave the white flag so they know I'm right there. And there's to be a team coming to pick me up, take me and ferry me out of there.
That's so cool. So and then you have like these other huge that you mentioned the fight between the two of you as well, and then you
Yeah.
have the Naatu Naatu song, which is just amazing. And so, um, which of these did you find the most sort of demanding, most challenging, most prep? Because they're all very very intense sequences.
I mean, the two most difficult episodes was definitely the interval episode where we are fighting against each other because it was shot over 65 nights over two different seasons. So the whole team, including, of course, we were tired, but the whole team also about 350 to 400 people on set every single day with sorting out the CGI for the animals, the British, uh, uh, the soldiers. We were a huge mammoth production. I want to thank the production team who did a fantastic job, but it was a tedious process. And the second episode was, of course, Naatu Naatu, or Tarak and me, respectively. In our films, we have done great songs, great choreographies we were part of. But this particular one, it was not about Tarak style or Ram style. It was one style that is the Rajamouli style. So to do that kind of a synchronization for the film and for that song, it was very difficult, but I understand what he had in his mind, the director, and look where we are, and we achieved such a unbelievable response today. And all thanks to that one man who pushed all of us, not just me, but the whole team to achieve what he wanted.
Yeah, no, it's really really awesome. And then, so have you had any conversations about performing during the Oscars next month?
I don't know. I'm hearing it here and there. I've got no concrete confirmations as of now. I'm also waiting. I hope. I mean, why not? If there is a request, I would love to do it because see the response they have given us. I would love to do it again, and it's like a token of thank you to the audience across the globe who have loved, appreciated us, and put us on the nomination list. I think it's like it's like showing my gratitude back again by doing them a cut of the hook step for them on stage.
And I want, like, you mentioned a little bit, like, it's a big thank you. And then this film is it means a lot to all of us because, like, I'm in America, and it's like you see this have an impact on my friends, on people that I know, and it's just like, and it unites you in Indian cinema. It's not Bollywood, it's not Tollywood, it's not any specific subsection. It's just India is being India. So, like, how much has that meant to you, seeing all this support that you've gotten from Indians across the world, everyone across the world? Like, I saw one thing that Shah Rukh Khan tweeted at you, and I know you guys are friends, and like that would blow my mind if you ever talked to me. But so, like, what's the support just meant to you?
I mean, keeping aside just the appreciation that's coming from friends and close friends, which we our family, unanimously, I think any film lover, any film goer who starts appreciating good content, good film, good writing, and good direction had called me. He didn't need to be my best friend. It was a surprise to see the number of calls. I wouldn't have spoken to them in years or 5 years or 6 years. And those kind of friends and family and somebody so random calls and appreciates. I think that's the power of a good script. That's the power of good drama. That's the power of film. It transcends. Film doesn't have a language. It's so universal. It's just pure emotion, which got connected from the East, the West, and in India. And I always believe you know, there's a saying that cinema doesn't have a language; it's just the emotion. So I second that again.
Well, yeah, and I know he talked about it, like Shah Rukh Khan wanted to go with you to show Pathan
Yeah,
off to people. And so, have you had any conversation with him about doing that?
absolutely. I mean, we all have congratulated him. I think he did a fantastic job. Everybody says it's Shah Rukh's comeback, but Shah Rukh has never gone anywhere. He is there, and he will be there, and he was always going to be there. He is definitely the King Khan, like they say, and he just had a small break, and he's back with like never before. And it was a nice gesture of him to ask me to launch his trailer, and I was more than happy to do that for him and be a part of the success of Pathan.
Yeah,
And
no.
yeah, everybody here in Hyderabad wants to see Shah Rukh in a theater, and I mean, I'm waiting if he gets a free day off, and then he comes to Hyderabad. I will definitely take him to a theater. I'll be more than happy. It'll be my pleasure to have him, to see the Pathan along with him.
Awesome, man. I'd love to see you guys work together. It's like, have you with
Absolutely. Why not?
RRR and like that'd be so cool. And then so you'd have with RRR, and then you see Pathan's also doing really well across the world and across India, and it's like it's kind of becoming a melding pot. Like, are there actors that new opportunities? Have you guys had different conversations? Like, all different kinds of actors from all over India can start coming together for different movies versus just you're not
Eventually,
like
no, no, no. It has to happen.
mm,
One day, the other. Eventually, it is going to land up where we're going to see one big global cinema that's going to happen. Forget India. I think we're going to see talent crossovers happening from the west to the east, and also in India. There's a lot of exchange of talent that's going to happen. I am looking forward for that day. It's just the beginning. RRR is not just a film; it is a film that broke all the stigmas, and thanks to the pandemic as well, people have been exposed to world cinema, and RRR was in that boat sailing in a successful direction of opening up the artists, the talent of India to the world. And I hope this becomes true, and it's just not for one film, but it's really a beautiful amalgamation of great talent coming together.
absolutely. And like speaking of like you say, everything's coming. I think Alia is working on an American Hollywood film, and Dhanush
Yeah,
was in that movie last year. So like, have you had any? Or do any of these genres interest you? Like maybe like joining a Marvel movie because I think you'd be fantastic in a role like that.
thank you, Rohan. I think it's every kid's dream to be in a superhero film. I was also a big fan of any kind of superheroes. I did watch a lot of superheroes. Also, I don't know what kind of uh, uh, a role which I would fit into, but obviously, I would love to have a director from one of the Marvel series look at so many superhero characters we have in our history, in our mythology in India, and take that character and be part of the bigger Avengers. I think the bigger team that is there.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, there's so many. I've always wanted to see some Mahabharat film, but or even get
Yeah,
Arjun and bring him in. But
absolutely.
so like when you're, I think you'd also be very great for Wolverine if you ever had the opportunity. That'd be a really
Great. Thank
awesome
you.
opportunity. So like when going back to like when RRR started like exploding around the world, when did you first start noticing that? I think it came out in last March, but like when did you start noticing that it's becoming such this huge global phenomenon?
On day one, on,
Yeah.
on on the day it released, the second it released, we knew. I mean, of course, being in this industry, I was born in this industry, and I know the pulse of the audience a little bit. And you know how it is going to be. And we knew we have done when we were working. Of course, we knew we were doing something so different. We didn't know how big that is going to be, but we for sure knew we were doing something new, something very exciting because we were so excited doing and being part of every day on the shoot, on the sets. We were so excited. And I'm sure that that's the same kind of a reflection when people and the audience come to the theaters and experience this film. And it was very instant. Definitely, it was an instant reaction.
And from because you filmed all around the world, but I think a place that you when you filmed Naatu Naatu was in Ukraine, which
In
has gone through
Ukraine,
so much. And so, what are some of your memories from that part of the shoot? And yeah,
I
just what are
think,
your memories?
frankly, I didn't have any idea about how Ukraine was. I've never been there. I've never been to a country that was close to Ukraine. But my first impression of Ukraine was shocking because it was such a beautiful country. The people, more than anything, the people were so warm. They were so inviting. They made us feel like guests. I don't know how, I don't know if people were planted. It was so unreal. Wherever we went, probably people were planted there, but it was that unreal. People were so helpful there. And the country, for some reason, we for some reason I never went to that country, but I would have gone to that country back again after if I had a break. The architecture, the food was phenomenal. The places to go visit, the countryside, it was beautiful. And we shot in the President's Palace, uh, the main President's Palace in the city, which I think is still intact, thank God. It's so sad that all the good, beautiful years, beautiful time we had, it just ended 4 months after we got back to India. It was shocking. It could have, it's sad.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But thank you so much, Ram. I really appreciate it, and this
Thank
has
you.
meant so much. And I
Thank you.
wish you all the best. I'm rooting for you guys at the Oscars. But thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you. Wishing you the best too.